Hey everybody, it's Mike Nobody. How you doing? Yeah, I know I've been really bad about making videos. Sorry. Well, since I did the last video, I went down south, saw a bunch of my relatives, visited everybody. Let's see. Didn't really do a whole lot of sightseeing. I mean, we kind of stopped by the Ark that Ken Ham built in Kentucky. My grandmother and my aunt wanted to go see it, but when they got there, they found out it's $50 just a park. Not even admission, just a park. $50. So, you know, they decided against that. Before I went down south, I think it was like the day before, or it might have been 2 days before we went down south. I got a ticket. That sucked. And it's like I made a wrong turn. I was trying to get on one road, so I ended up getting on I-94 by mistake, really, and it was stupid. So I got off the first exit so I could get back to where I was going, and there was no traffic. But I took a left turn, and because I went all the way across from the exit to the left turn, I got a ticket for that, even though there wasn't any traffic. So it sucks. And I was warned by the cop who gave me the ticket that not having insurance is now a misdemeanor. So I could have gone to jail for that. And I think there's also a $500 fine for that, which I think is insane. I saw Tom Zerzecki from Deathcat. He put up a video about his car, needing his car fixed or replaced. And I understand that. I've had bad car mojo my whole life, just about. I think, yeah, I've gone through a different vehicle on average about every year or two since 1989. And the only, because I keep buying piece of shit cars because I can't afford better. The only time I got a brand new car off the dealership lot, it got totaled the first year I bought it. Typical. I think the oldest car I ever had was a 75 or 76 Oldsmobile. I don't know, it was a couple years ago. We got it off a friend of my ex's. So, that ran pretty good actually. But, yeah, Fords I've had a lot of problems with. Yeah, I had a couple of Econo lines, and typically the bottom of it rusts out, so it's like you're like driving Fred Flintstone's car with no fucking floor. And I actually got one of those steel shelves from I think it was Home Depot. One of those big like home improvement places was going out of business, and I got a couple of shelves from them and welded that to the floor and bolted it down and shit. And it's like, but I've always had to do stuff like that with vehicles. I try to make more videos. Generally not a very talkative person, kind of antisocial. After I got back, my computer was down for a while, so it took me a while to get that back up and running again. I found a really cool guy over at a nearby pawn shop. He helped me get it back working again. So that was cool. Last week, I think I had like the week from hell. I just like had continuous van problems. Was it just the whole week? It might have been a little longer. My van broke down. I had to have it towed. And twice. And had to have a bunch of shit pulled out of it and changed. I think it was like the rotor or ignition distributor cap or all that shit. and the handle on the driver's side broke off the same day. Great. So now I got to get in on the driver's side. I mean, on the passenger side. Got to climb over. After spending hundreds of dollars getting that fixed, I got a flat tire over near my grandmother's house, so I had to like crawl back to her garage. I didn't have any money for a replacement. The spare that's underneath the van is rotted. I mean, it's just like everything around it's corroded, the rubber's rotted, so it was useless. And it's just a fucked up week. I am working on setting a schedule if I can keep it. I mean, knowing me, I don't know how well I can stick to a schedule. But I'm trying to work out a schedule for writing songs, publishing the zine, making videos, all that. I'm going to set aside like X amount of dollars every time I get paid, and then that'll be my zine fund. That'll go towards publishing and any other expenses to putting a zine out. Hopefully I'll be able to manage my money a little bit better that way. I'm like fucking at least $7 grand in the hole. Probably more. So it's gonna take me a while to dig my way out of that. You know, it comes down to money a lot of times. That's why I don't get a lot of this shit done. You know, I'd like to get more done, but it's discouraging. I've been rearranging a bunch of my shit. Been going into the storage unit and cleaning some stuff out. Trying to pick out stuff I can get rid of. Got like tons of records and other junk videos. So I'm seeing what I can thin out there and trying to, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be able to really ever get rid of the storage space, but it would be nice if through my art and music, if I could support that and the other expenses that goes with making art and music. Because I do use the storage space to keep some of my equipment, because it's kind of cluttered around here right now. So, you know, a lot of this shit's going to have to go back. I'm going to see what kind of space I can make to do that. The Island of Misfit Noise movie. I don't know how I'm going to get it done. It's been at least 2 years. I've been having the idea sitting on the shelf. I'm working on a script. I don't know when I'm going to get it done. It's probably going to take me a while. I'm probably going to get me a green screen kit, the software, the background, and all that shit, and probably work on it a little bit at a time as I'm able to, and then just keep accumulating footage and material until I've got enough for a movie. I don't know if I'm going to release it on DVD. I might. I may just put shit out on YouTube. Just fuck it, put it on YouTube. You know, I don't know. So I'm going to see how I'm going to do that. It'd be nice to have it distributed on DVD, but it's not imperative. It's not that important. Not really. I would like to work on some music videos, like for the songs that I'm working on, and post those every once in a while. Maybe like to coincide with each issue of the zine. Maybe? I don't know. Like each issue comes out do a music video. That might be something to look into. I'm looking around for somewhere to record my shit kit at. For those of you who don't know, the shit kit is what I call a homemade drum kit made out of garbage and junk, and occasionally a few real pieces of drum kit if I can find them. I had one a couple years ago. It got hauled away by scrappers by mistake. I had it over at a friend's house in his garage, and he let some scrappers clean his garage out, and they mistakenly took my drum kit. So, it happens. I only spent $50 on putting that kit together. So, I mean, I got a lot of it from like the Salvation Army and shit. So, I guess it's not a big loss. Yeah, I'm looking around for places where I can record that and put that into the music I'm working on. You know, I got drum machine sounds on the computer I can program and, you know, add in samples and stuff. I'm not really crazy about drum machines all that much. I mean, I can use them, but I would like to add in other acoustic sounds, and it's like that's probably where the shit kit's gonna come in. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to afford a real drum kit or find anybody to add drums to what I'm doing. It'd be nice, but I'm not gonna hold my breath on that. My history with working with other musicians is pretty spotty. So, yeah, I think I'm at this point where I'm pretty much a one-man band, more or less. If anybody wants to jam with me, that's cool. It'd be nice to put a band together and play out sometimes, maybe do a few short tours, but that's not a high priority for me at this point. You know, working with a group is, I guess it's a little more problematic in some ways than working alone. Working alone has its own challenges. I pulled the back seats out of my van. I was asked, well, what'd you do that for? Perfectly good seats. And it's because I wanted more room in my van to haul more shit and potentially, like, you know, sleep in it if I needed to. Originally I wanted to move the rear seats to the front because they were in better condition, but I had such time getting those seats out that I just said the hell with it. I mean, I broke off the bolts on some of the bolts, so I had to use locking grips, locking vice grips or whatever to get them off. So yeah, I ended up putting them out by the curb. I mean, I probably should have put them up on Craigslist and maybe see if I could have got a few bucks for them, but I didn't want to bother with it. I just wanted to get rid of them. So someone picked them up from the curb, I think, within a few hours. One of the things I'm rearranging is all my shit online. It's like I closed a lot of my accounts, like on Blogger. On YouTube, I closed an account. I forget what other accounts I closed. But anyway, I'm trying to consolidate a lot of this shit and streamline everything a little bit better. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to make these videos every week like I had originally intended. So I'm thinking at least once a month would probably be good. I could probably handle that. It's like, as far as putting the zines together, I'm guessing about an issue about every 3 months or so, each season, quarterly. I'm going to try to write a different song each week, record it, and then that should give me enough material for a new issue every 3 months or so. Hope I'm not boring you, and hopefully you're still interested in the shit I do. Such as it is. I'll keep everyone up to date on some of the stuff that's going on, and hopefully hopefully I'm gonna get more shit done. Uh, oh yeah. While my computer was down, um, I did have a lot more time to think and to get more of my shit done. So I guess that was the upside of my computer being down, is that I didn't have as much of a distraction anymore for a while.
Okay, new rule. No internet, no computer until dark. And just so I don't fall into old habits, no TV either.
Marsha's wife um, gave me some video equipment, so that was pretty cool. So that really helps me out a lot. If anybody wants to donate to my projects, anything's appreciated. So, okay.